Please describe your job title and primary duties.
My job title was freight associate, and my primary job duties were to just take the freight from the back room and get it out onto the shelves, which it involved either taking cartloads of freight from the back room, or I would take pallet loads, but either way, just had to make sure to get that freight out on the shelves.
What was the work environment like?
Work environment, it's fast-paced. It's a warehouse, so you have to be careful because there's equipment going around all the time, reaches and forklifts and things of that nature. It was a good work environment though because it's team-oriented. So you're usually always partnered up with somebody in order to get your job done, if not part of a whole team. So yeah, that was what it was like.
Please describe a typical workday.
A typical day, I would come in at about 7 in the evening, and usually at that time, there would be pallets that had been offloaded from the truck, and they needed to be broken down and organized into carts by department. So you might have a cart for electrical, for plumbing, for doors and windows, and you would have to make sure that all the product on the pallets was organized and put onto those carts. And you would pull those carts out to each of their departments, and you would just go systematically by each department and just work your way down and get all the product out onto the shelves properly. When you're finished with the department, you take a ladder and take any product that didn't fit onto the shelves and put it up onto the overheads to store it until it was needed again. We would take a break at about 11 o'clock, and at about an hour after our break, we would start checking the store, making sure that all of the product was up on the shelves like it's supposed to be, making sure that all of the wing stacks in the aisles were turned at a 45-degree angle, and just making sure the store was generally presentable. And then we would leave.
Please describe the application and interview process.
I did an application online, and that's pretty standard. I don't think there's any I don't think they have any paper applications. I can't remember if I called or they called. No, I'm sorry, they called. It was a hotline that you had to call back, and they just had a couple more intake questions, just basically saying, are you ready to take this position? Do you want to take this position? These are the things you might have to do in this position. Are you absolutely sure you're ready to take the position? And I answered yes, and they scheduled me for an in-store interview. I interviewed with the head of my department, and at that time, he was able to bring in the operations manager, who is like basically the second in command in the store, and he interviewed me, asked a few questions, and then after that, I was accepted. I had to come in for some job training, about 5.5 hours, and after that, I was free to start working.
What set you apart from other candidates?
I had a fair amount of experience in retail, so when they asked the questions about how you would handle specific situations, I was able to actually draw upon my previous experience and just pull together a story that showed my leadership skills, my initiative, and how good I am with customers. Because no matter where you are in Home Depot, you're going to have to interface with customers, and you're going to want to make sure that you know how to handle people properly.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to gain employment?
Just to be prepared to work in a high-paced and physical environment, because it is a warehouse, and it's a home improvement warehouse. So you're going to be lifting things, and you're going to be hustling around, helping customers, and you're also going to want to make sure you're good at interfacing with customers and teasing out their problems.